Hello, everyone. We're the Slater family, your missionaries in Ireland, and we wanted to take a few minutes to say hello and talk with you. And so we thought we'd start by having our kids say hello since you haven't seen them in a while.
Hi, my name is Abigail and I'm 6 years old.
And this is Josiah, and he is 3 years old.
This is Micah, and he's 1.
All right. Can you guys say hello?
Hi.
Got one.
So, Brother Archie wanted us to take a few minutes and share some of the challenges that we face living on the mission field and being missionaries. So, we just wanted to take a few minutes and give a perspective from each one of us about what we find to be some of the most difficult challenges for us.
One of the personal problems that we've been facing for quite a while now, and most of you are aware of it, is Emily's mouth pain. You know, she was diagnosed with trigeminal neuralgia, and right now the medication that we're hoping will be effective. She hasn't been able to even start taking it yet because she's pregnant, and so until she's until she's had the baby and has finished nursing, there's really not a whole lot we can do about it. So if you would just continue to be praying for her, that the pain will be bearable and manageable while she is pregnant, and that we can get her medication as soon as the Lord allows.
I found that each stage of our journey has had its own unique challenges and difficulties. On deputation, we obviously spent a load of time in the car, and we had small children, and I was pregnant, and I think that speaks of the difficulties in itself. And then when you move to the field, you're dealing with culture shock and how do I cook in Celsius, and where do I find this and that, and I use Google about 1,000 times a day, and then the obvious of not having Chick-fil-A here. But I've found personally that being in Ireland, we live in a first world modern country, so we don't have a lot of the physical difficulties that a lot of our other missionary friends have. We have people from all over the world who dream to visit Ireland, and it's great to come and spend a week or 2 weeks and travel and see all the sights, but living in Ireland is vastly different than visiting Ireland. And the reason for that is because, as beautiful as Ireland is, it is a very dark country. We are faced with people who you can see it on their face, the hopelessness and the despair. And so we feel both the weight of knowing that we have hope and true hope for everyone around us, and the weight of sharing that with people who don't want to hear, who don't care, who don't think that they need hope, but yet are living with this emptiness inside. And so the weight of that is the responsibility that's on us is, we don't take that lightly, and we feel it very heavily most days. But then also just living in this environment, we all know that it's easier to pull someone down than it is to lift someone up. And so as we minister to those around us, it's a continual battle to renew our minds and to focus on Christ, because Satan so easily can steal our joy and can rob us of the hope that we know we have, but we can lose sight of it. And so for me, it's just that continual battle of finding joy in the Lord and not my circumstances, not the people that I'm around, not their circumstances, but finding joy in the Lord and finding just the continual renewal of putting my strength in Christ, because without him, I cannot be the beacon of hope that my friends, the people that we pass on the street, that they need. I can't do that on my own. And so for me, it's just been very challenging and sobering and just very heavy on my heart, that just to continually be that light and that hope, while also not letting the darkness creep in and overtake that.
One of the other challenges that we face here is just the challenge of loneliness, and you hear that a lot from different missionaries on the field, but, it's difficult when you are by yourself, you're in a country of people who are not accepting of what you're trying to teach them. They don't like that you're trying to share the gospel with them. And to have that constant oppression kind of against you, and then not to be able to really have a whole lot of people to turn to and talk to about it, especially other pastors or leaders, who are kind of going through the same thing as you are, it can be very difficult. Now, thankfully, we have a team that we're working with, and so we are incredibly thankful for all of the support that they give. And so that is an encouragement to us, and they're always constantly lifting us up. But again, we are here without family, without our friends from back home, and we miss you guys, and we wish that you could be here with us and we could be doing this together. And so we find that can be difficult, and that can be a huge burden for us. And so we do our best to make friends, to build relationships, and to share the gospel. And one thing that we do miss is having good Christian friendships. And the life of a missionary is a lonely life, and it's something that we knew we were going to experience when we came into this. But we do appreciate your prayers for us as we continue to struggle with these different things. So thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and we want to tell you, as our church family, that we appreciate your prayers, your support. Man, we could not be here without you. And so we thank you that you want to know more about what's going on here, and you want to really have an impact on what we're doing, and you will do that, and you are doing that through your prayers. And so thank you for that, and I hope that you guys have an incredible conference.